Today Bali is the center of world tourism, not only for UNWTO. World Tourism Network opens its Bali office on World Tourism Day 2022. Rethinking Tourism Indonesia WTN Chapter President Mudi Astuti. World Tourism Network's new Bali office VP Alon Street Ange Statement from Seychelles. A word from WTN Chairman Jurgen Steinmetz. My soul has a hat, we have two lives. Professor Jeffrey Lippman explains his vision for tourism and climate change. Bali, Indonesia, is the official host of World Tourism Day today. This year it is a double win for the island of the gods and relates encouragement to the world of travel and tourism. World Tourism Day is celebrated in countries around the globe. Travel and tourism is an essential industry for the 4.2 million Indonesians in this mostly Hindu Indonesian province. Last year Bali hosted the G20 with 20 global leaders shaping the world's future during and after COVID. World Tourism Network opens its Bali office on World Tourism Day 2022. Celebrated around the world, Bali is the official host appointed by UNWTO for the World Tourism Day 2022. World Tourism Network WTN, with members in 128 countries, opened its first regional office in Bali, Indonesia, on World Tourism Day. Since 1980, the United Nations World Tourism Organization has celebrated World Tourism Day as international observance on September 27. This date was chosen as, on that day in 1970, the statutes of the UNWTO were adopted. The adoption of these statutes is considered a milestone in global tourism. Rethinking Tourism. This year World Tourism Day in Bali is co-organized by PATA for UNWTO under the theme Rethinking Tourism. Also, today, September 27, the Indonesian chapter of the World Tourism Network announced the opening its first international office, located in Bali. Indonesia WTN Chapter President Mudi Astuti. Mudi Astuti, Chairwoman WTN Chapter Indonesia. WTN Chapter Chairwoman Mudi Astuti says, our team has been working hard, and all of us are so proud to be able and open our new home on the beautiful island of Bali. We have a double occasion to celebrate the most important World Tourism Day ever, while Bali is the center of world tourism attention. We're happy to work with an excellent team in Bali and the Bali Tourism Board to help translate sustainable and healthy tourism activities into action and investments and help to shape the future of our industry. We will be announcing our own global WTN event in Bali next year. World Tourism Network's new Bali office. WTN Indonesia office is located at Park 23 Creative Hub, a trendy shopping center known as the Center for Creative Activities in Bali. VP Alon Street Ange Statement from Seychelles. Alon Street Ange, WTN President. Alon Street Ange, Vice President of International Relations for the World Tourism Network, added his comment on Zoom from his beautiful home in Seychelles. I am equally excited with our colleagues in Indonesia and for our organization to take this important step. Opening a regional hub in Bali on World Tourism Day speaks for itself. We're looking forward to working with stakeholders in the region and beyond on rethinking and helping to implement the future of our sector after COVID. Jurgen Steinmetz and Professor Jeffrey Lippman. A word from WTN Chairman Jurgen Steinmetz. WTN Chairman Jurgen Steinmetz said from the WTN headquarters in Honolulu, Hawaii. This World Tourism Day is different. It's a new beginning for much of our industry. Rethinking tourism started during COVID lockdowns, with reopening this world step by step, one immunization at a time. We're living a new reality and learn to operate this important industry with COVID. Tourism is no longer just a number game. Climate change, respecting communities, protecting the importance of small and medium-sized tourism players, including women and minorities, the global safety and security reality, meaningful investments, and bringing the excitement back for job seekers to work in our sector. All of this is forcing our industry to change. Quote, we all have learned over the last 2 years. This showed resilience and the need to work together. Tourism has no borders, but it sustains the livelihood of so many. Most of the world is ready to relaunch travel. According to the just-released UNWTO barometer, many destinations have record growth, and overall tourism is back 60%. Uncertainty in the economy and current challenges for world security, energy, and food supply is part of the resilience tourism needs to sail through in the near and medium future. It takes knowledge, experience, and tourism patriots to do this. Any future prediction is weak and often not realistic. It takes people with a vision and understanding and not always with a title to lead this industry. Leadership has to be inclusive. No one has the monopoly here. We must invest in educating and empowering the next generation to take ownership of the future of our sector. I received this poem today from a friend, a true regional tourism leader with a global mindset, a WTN tourism hero, the Honorable Minister of Tourism Edmund Bartlett from Jamaica. This lovely poem was written by Mario de Andrade, San Paulo 1893-1945 poet, novelist, essayist, and musicologist. He was one of the founders of Brazilian modernism. My soul has a hat. I counted my years and realized that I have less time to live by than I have lived so far. I feel like a child who won a pack of candies. At first, he ate them with pleasure, but when he realized that there was little left, he began to taste them intensely. I have no time for endless meetings where the statutes, rules, procedures and internal regulations are discussed, knowing that nothing will be done. I no longer have the patience to stand absurd people who, despite their chronological age, have not grown up. My time is too short, I want the essence, my spirit is in a hurry. I do not have much candy in the package anymore. I want to live next to humans, very realistic people who know how to laugh at their mistakes, who are not inflated by their own triumphs and who take responsibility for their actions. In this way, human dignity is defended and we live in truth and honesty. It is the essentials that make life useful. I want to surround myself with people who know how to touch the hearts of those whose hard strokes of life have learned to grow with the sweet touches of the soul. We have two lives. And the second begins when you realize you only have one. Professor Jeffrey Lippman explains his vision for tourism and climate change. Please listen to this discussion between Professor Jeffrey Lippman and Jürgen Steinmetz. Professor Lippman, the first CEO of WTTC, a former assistant UNWTO Secretary General, an aviation expert, and today's leading force in climate change and tourism, leading Sun X Malta. UNWTO. Professor Jeffrey Lippman on World Tourism Day 2022.